नमस्ते रिवॉल्व। सो आज हम बात करेंगे आरडीपी पर। सो आरडीपी पर बात करने के लिए न्यू टॉपिक हैज कम, बट प्रीवियस उस पर हमने बहुत ज्यादा वी हैवंट लुक्ड एट द प्रीवियस वन। तो कुछ आंसर राइटिंग करें आज? कैन वी शुड वी राइट सम आंसर आल्सो? चलिए आंसर करेंगे। फर्स्ट लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस यू टू द सिलेबस. So what is the syllabus? As we always do, we first have a look at what the topic is. So the new topic that we're talking about is called regional development and planning. Both paper 1 and paper 2 are involved in this. So somewhere we've already understood the meaning of growth and development. Somewhere we've already understood the meaning of growth and development, and we are trying to look at what can be added from this. Is everyone okay? So region क्या होता है? What is a region? What are different types of regions and what are the methods of regionalization? Do we get that? The concept of a region, types of region, and methods of regionalization. Then in models and theories, I have not talked about this. So I will be talking about these development related issues once again. That will be tomorrow's lecture. Development, remember we've already talked about development. So today we'll be looking at what is a region, types of regions and methods of regionalization. Then development part we have left in between, so I will bring that economic geography part once again. Environmental issues in regional planning, we have already talked about this, and something on sustainable development, how can we plan for that, that I'll also bring. I'll also connect it with settlement geography, where I will try and bring in the settlement part of it in the form of sustainable cities. So that is going to come for us. इसी के basis पर paper 2 आता, which I will be doing in the paper 2. So there you will see once the concept of these are there, they are applied to India. What has been the history of regional planning in India? What are the 5-year plans, integrated rural development programs, Panchayati Raj, decentralized planning, command area development. So all those things are going to come in this. Correct? So just to look at what kind of questions are being asked by the examiner, let us look at that. So elaborate the idea of compage. Compage is a term given by Whittlesey. So compage क्या होता है उस पर हम लोग बात करने वाले हैं. What is compage? What are different types of regions? So when I do that, so you will automatically get to know a lot about things. What is a region? Describe Tissot's polygon method of regionalization. So that word has been cut. So different methods. Regional planning. What is regional planning? What is watershed planning? What are its advantages, disadvantages? We'll be looking at that. What are the alternative strategies for planning for backward region? If regions are backward, if countries are poor, how do we plan for them? This is what we're talking about. Geographical traits lead to regional imbalances. Geographical traits lead to regional imbalances. So difference, why regional imbalances are there. So that will also be there. And discuss various strategies. So this was mostly from paper 1. We have paper 2 also coming. In paper 2, they will be talking specifically about the tribal development areas, the backward areas of India, the multi-level planning of India, and all those things. So those are going to come. Is everyone with me on this? Perfect. So this is what the syllabus is. And before that, before I get into that, I want everyone to look at a question. So I want everyone to look at a question. Examine. Whittlesey's agricultural regionalization and contemporary changes in those regions. Now, for the first time, I'm taking the challenge of asking you to write a full answer. What do I mean by full answers? Full answer means 250 words. Generally, answer can go into 4 pages also. Is everyone okay? You have the material, you know his regionalization, so you will have to use 4 pages also. In the examination, how long do we get for that? Well, in the examination, see, 3 hours examination. 3 hours examination, and how many questions are you going to do? You're going to do 5 questions. So 3 hours means 180 minutes. So 180 by 5. 36 minutes. I generally consider 30 minutes for the full answer. 30 minutes में आपको पूरा answer लिखना होता है. So I'm going to give you generally 12 to 13 minutes is what the time is. But since you are beginners in this, you draw your map also. So I'm giving you 16 minutes. Is everyone okay? Did you get the question? So it is 11:44 से हम ले रहे हैं to 11:44, 50 and 60. 12 p.m. Write a full answer. Write a full answer, everyone. Examine Whittlesey's agricultural regionalization and contemporary changes in those regions. People who are writing, they would be allowed to submit the answer also. They will be allowed to submit the answer also. I'll also have a look at that. Is everyone okay? Get going. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Everyone to try writing an answer, full answer. I hope everyone is writing the question. You still have 7 minutes. A full. Am I audible, everyone? Am I audible, visible? Okay, so what has been the experience of writing a full answer? 4 pages. How many pages did you consume? 2 pages, Megha? 2 pages में सब हो गया? Brijesh is saying still writing, time management, short on time management. Okay, definitely time management is going to be a challenge. ये तो रहेगा. और बताइए. से पूरा कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाए, स्टिल राइटिंग, फेसिंग इन मेमोराइजेशन, नॉट एबल टू कंप्लीट विद इन टाइम सर, 3 pages are and still writing 3 pages, word limit exceeded sir, not completed, structural issues. So everyone, so as we come into human geography, do we realize that big ones will be a challenge? Big answers will be a very big challenge. True. So when we are writing small answers, short answers, we have a tendency to quickly write an answer, write certain things. But when we are writing a long answer, it has to be strategized. और अगर ये strategized नहीं है, if it is not strategized, trust me, it is going to be a very big challenge. So बिना strategy के ये आंसर लिखना बहुत बड़ा challenge हो सकता है. So that is what I want everyone to have that. So I have copied many things from classwork, unable to write. ठीक है दिव्यांशु? तो अगर मुझे लिखना हो, everyone, just to tell you, how would I approach this? See, this is your first long answer that I have ever given you. छोटा आंसर होता है, write a short note or explain the concept something. I want in the course itself we get at least a touch and feel of it, and imagine what tremendous work these people are doing in the real examination that they are able to write multiple answers, short note, 2 pages, then 15 marker which is around 3 pages, and a 20 marker which is around 250 words and more. So बड़ी मेहनत लगती है उसमें, presence of mind सब कुछ चाहिए. तीन पेज लेते हैं अभी, 4 नहीं लेते. Let us see if we were to write this in 3 pages. Can I say there would be some introduction, there would be some conclusion. So this, let us keep it like this. Now we are left with this. So examine means what is the classification, why or how was this classification arrived at, and why is it significant? Is everyone okay? What, how, and why? Is everyone okay? Because this is geography, so a where will also come. And because the other part of the question is contemporary, so a temporal aspect will also come. So how many things are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know whether you looked at breaking up this answer कि भाई इसमें लिखना कितने हेड्स में, 5 हेड्स में लिखना अच्छा, what, how, why, where, temporal, when appear. मुझे लगता है it is good to start with why. Intro can be why. What do I mean by intro can be why? In the intro, I will say with agriculture having very visible spatial signature. Yes, did I tell you agriculture is visible everywhere? Agriculture having visible spatial signature has always invited geographers to look into regionalization schemes. And Whittlesey's regionalization scheme was one of the pioneering work in this direction. Do we get that? Why? और why पर ही खत्म करूंगा. Why पर ही खत्म करूंगा. A good regionalization with real world correspondence can help the planners not only plan for agriculture but global food and nutritional security also. Whittlesey's classification is thus a good tool to this end. मत पूछना मैंने क्या बोला. Whatever I said, I wrote. उधर से स्टार्ट किया कि agriculture is visible and geographers have always tried to do a regionalization, and Whittlesey's work was a pioneer work in this. और इधर हमने क्या कर दिया? What have we done? That a good regional classification is not only good for planning agriculture but also for planners to work on this. Is everyone okay? Is the why part done and why part smartly used? अभी तो आंसर लिखा ही नहीं कि आपको आंसर का स्टार्ट और एंड ठीक लग रहा है. अब I want to make it more mature. मैं कहूंगा the original theme of geography, which is areal differentiation, has been done in agricultural regionalization. So मैं और क्या लेकर आया? Areal differentiation लेकर आ गया, spatial signature लेकर आ गया, Whittlesey as a pioneer work. Now I must go on what. So I'm sure you will not write a box like what. ये तो नहीं लिखोगे ना? I'm sure you will not write this. So what will you write? What will you write? As discussed below. इसी पैरा में एक लिंक ज्वाइन कर देंगे ना. Is done in agricultural regionalization as discussed below. इसको क्या कहा जाता है? पैरा लिंक. This is called a para link. Yes. अब आएगा basis of classification. Basis of classification. Whittlesey did not classify on a univariate basis. Rather, he adopted 5 functional forms, which are as follows: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is everyone okay? 5 functional forms क्या थे? Crop and livestock type, intensity of land use, use of technology, commercial or this thing, post harvest, what will you do, disposal, and last was farm structures. थे वो? देना चाहिए. यहाँ पर आना चाहिए मैप. Whittlesey's map. As shown in the map, Whittlesey identified 16 regions. पहला 2 क्या है? Hunter gatherer. Yes or no? Hunter gatherer and subsistence. Yes. Shifting. Nomadic वाला. और इसको हम अभी से क्या कर देंगे? We will write it near ecological. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What were they? Rudimentary, sedimentary, subsistence with paddy, subsistence without paddy, mixed farming, Mediterranean. What will this be? Subsistence. और इधर क्या आएगा? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 आ जाएगा, 14 तक. These will be commercial. Remember those names? Commercial. 15th will be collective. 16th will be 16th will be cash cropping system. मैप बना लेंगे. सर मैप कैसे बनाएंगे? मतलब मैं समझा नहीं. अरे सपोज पूरा नहीं बना रहे हो, एशिया का बना रहे हो. कैन यू सी नोमैडिज्म? शो नोमैडिज्म. यस. व्हाट इज दिस? कमर्शियल ग्रासलैंड. इतने में दिखा देना. पैडी डोमिनेंस, नॉन पैडी डोमिनेंस, मिक्स्ड फार्मिंग. थोड़ा सा दिखा दो, पूरा मत दिखाओ. कैन वी शो द ओल्ड वर्ल्ड? इतना दिखा देंगे. ठीक है. कंटेम्पररी रेलेवेंस. Since agriculture is very dynamic, it has changed. How has region A changed? Region A कैसे near subsistence? How has it changed? So कोई भी tribal है नहीं. Their number is reducing and they are coming into the mainstream. How has region B changed? Subsistence gradually is changing towards more market oriented. How has C changed? Market oriented. Commercial ones are going good, but a lot of use of pesticide and agriculture and this thing they are shifting over to that. Collective. देखो एक पेज और की जरूरत पड़ रही है नहीं? Do I need the next page? D is collective is no longer there. Cash cropping, yes, global economy is going on, but post COVID there is a supply chain bottleneck and all those things. 4 pages में आंसर बनता दिख रहा है या नहीं दिख रहा है? If you don't have a framework, everyone who's listening to me, all your efforts, बच्चों बहुत सही एफर्ट करते हो, सब कुछ करते हो, all your efforts will go unrewarded. समझ रहे हो नहीं समझ रहे हो? तो ये प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगी. This problem will come if you are not paying attention to that. Are you with me on this, everyone? है या नहीं है? बस इतनी सी बात मैं कर रहा हूँ. If you are able to do this, magic will happen. So what was the learning from this exercise? What is the learning from this exercise? What are you going to take back from this exercise which I have done with you today? जल्दी से बताइए. स्ट्रक्चरल प्लान बिफोर आंसर. यस डेफिनेटली यू नीड टू. और पहले हमने क्वेश्चन को समझना. फर्स्ट थिंग शुड बी अंडरस्टैंड द डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. ब्रेक इट. ऋषभ स्ट्रेटजी कैसे बनाएंगे? फर्स्ट लुक एट द क्वेश्चन. मेरा व्हाट आंसर्ड है. व्हाट, हाउ वाज दिस डन? कैन यू सी दिस इज हाउ? यस. व्हाई वाज दिस इज डन? कैन यू सी दिस इज व्हाट? ऑल दिस इज व्हाट? वेयर द मैप एंड चेंजेस. कैन आई डिड आई ब्रिंग द चेंजेस आल्सो? ये काम करना, कर देंगे तो काम हो जाएगा. नीड टू स्ट्रक्चर थिंग्स फर्स्ट. Pattern, how to write and consolidate the knowledge. Okay, first make a strategy perfect, precise and simple. पहले simple लिखना शुरू करो ना यार, फिर बड़ा कर देंगे. To structure the answer before attempting. Yes, brainstorming needed to be structured. Dividing the question into parts. तो संचालक ने कहा कि सर, I don't know who said कि सर I ended up like copying from my notes. तो वो तो ठीक है, अभी memory नहीं है. But are you looking at this? How to write answer with proper maps and structure? तो भाई ये आंसर होता है. अभी एक बात बताओ. People have submitted that Sophie वाला report. Did you see संचारी का काम? बाकी लोगों ने भी अच्छा किया, मेघा ने भी अच्छा काम किया. Yes. And did you see दुष्यंत ने जैसे अपना कंकन ने जो सबमिट किया, बस कुछ लिख दिया. अब आप बताइए, you yourself will not be willing to read it. All points written like this. तो क्यों किया वो? That's the difference between people who are going to clear the examination and people who are just keeping on attempting. और मुझे एक बात बताइए एवरीवन, if you know swimming, if you know a little bit of swimming, okay, that can you swim anywhere? जो बच्चे अपने आंसर सबमिशन में एक एप्लीकेशन दिखाते हैं, ट्रस्ट मी, दे विल डू वेल इन प्रीलिम्स आल्सो. Your attitude, your carelessness, or you're just mechanically doing it will also show up in prelims also. ये मत सोचो कि ये मेंस की बात हो रही. It is prelims as well as mains which is going to be challenged. True or not? सौरभ कहने से completed the homework, please open the group. अब हो जाएगा सौरभ जब होगा open. अभी तो जो submissions होने थे वो हमने submissions करा लिए क्लास के पहले. So we'll be looking at that later. Is everyone okay? So my request is, I don't know how other educators are taking things to the next level. I think they would be putting their best of their abilities. But my way of looking at this is that once you've understood, once you are comfortable with that, then why should it not show in your answers? Why should it not show in anything that is given to you? ये मैं पूछना चाहूँ. Is everyone with me on this? समझ में आ रहा है? So that is my request and understanding from all of you. तो वो लेकर आइए, तब काम होगा. ठीक है? चलिए, तो आज हम कहाँ पर हैं? Concept of a region. जल्दी से बताइए, what is a region for you? Region क्या होता है? What is a region for you? Quickly, region की definition बताएंगे मुझे. Whatever comes to your mind, what is region for you? Region. I'll also see. So Hartshorn का region है sir, a spatial unit. Just a minute. It's an area of a country or world with some specific features. So पुलम इसमें मजा नहीं आया इस definition में ना. Any particular area is a region. Okay, फिर पता कैसे चलेगा भाई region? Area with definable features. Okay मेगा, which is unique. Okay sir. Area of land that has common feature. Why खुशी area of land can't it be water? An area of land that has common feature. ये दोनों same ही लिख रहे हो, खुशी संचारी कहाँ से छाप रहे हो? An area of land that has common features. मतलब when exactly same comes and that too wrong, तब डाउट होता है दोनों कहां से छाप रहे हैं. जल्दी से बताओ. Hartshorn region is a spatial unit having internal homogeneity, external heterogeneity is what I remember. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो ब्रिजेश, आपका आंसर बहुत अच्छा है. An area on the basis of any specific quality. ठीक है, बिल्कुल ठीक है. Region may be specific geographical area, may be political area. तो बेटा मैंने एग्जांपल तो नहीं पूछे कन. Anyone? If I ask you what is a ball, how justified is an answer? Ball can be blue, ball can be red, ball can be green. क्या आपको लगता है कि ये आंसर ठीक है? तो ऐसे घटिया आंसर देने बंद करें. जब आपको आंसर नहीं आता तो आप बकवास करने लगते हैं. पूछा जा रहा व्हाट इज अ बॉल? बॉल कैन बी ब्लू, बॉल कैन बी रेड, बॉल कैन बी ग्रीन. अबे नहीं आता. बॉल इज अ राउंड शेप्ड ऑब्जेक्ट. इट कैन बी मेड ऑफ मल्टीपल मटेरियल एंड मल्टीपल कलर्स. भगवान ने मुंह दिया है तो बोलना जरूर है, लिखना जरूर है. अभी सोच के तो बोलेंगे. ये सुनो. सो रीजन कैन बी पॉलिटिकल, रीजन कैन बी इकोनॉमिक. इज एवरीवन ओके? तो अब तक ये वर्ड क्यों नहीं आ रहा आप लोगों की वोकैबुलरी में? दैट्स अ प्रॉब्लम. व्हाई इज माय क्लास नॉट यूजिंग दिस वर्ड? यू आर अ ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल स्टूडेंट. अगर आप इस वर्ड से दोस्ती नहीं करते तो आप के लिए पास होना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. जल्दी से सोच के बता दो भाई. Why are you not using this word? Why are you not fond of using this word spatial? ये स्पेस है और इसमें मैंने एक छोटा सा पीस कट कर दिया. Spatial unit. So what is region? Region is a spatial unit. Is that true? अब अगर आप ये नहीं बोल सकते इसको रेड ग्रीन और येलो कर रहे हो तो आई एम अशेम्ड कि भाई काहे का पढ़ रहे हैं ये लोग, मजाक कर रहे हैं. एंड दैट क्लियरली शोज कि बुक तो कोई पढ़ नहीं रहे हो. यहाँ पर आकर अपनी 12th क्लास की नॉलेज से पीएचडी के आंसर दे रहे हो. शर्म आनी चाहिए. वेरी क्लियर. अगर नेक्स्ट टाइम लिखा कि रीजन इज पॉलिटिकल, रीजन इकोनॉमिक, रीजन, भाई साहब बिल्कुल वो कर दूंगा कि थोड़ा तो होश रखो. व्हाट इज रीजन? रीजन इज अ स्पेशल यूनिट. डेफिनेशन नहीं कर रहे हो. टाइम आ गया है, फिर से बता रहा हूँ, अब बता रहा हूँ. ज्योग्राफी मेड सिंपल. टाइम आ गया है. प्लीज स्टार्ट रीडिंग दिस पार्ट 2. इनफ ऑफ सेइंग कि साहब लैंग्वेज डिफिकल्ट है. आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. आई वाज फुली विद यू एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द कोर्स. टेल मी, इज द कोर्स नाउ कमिंग टू एन एंड? इफ यू कांट अंडरस्टैंड दैट लैंग्वेज तो फिर प्रॉब्लम है भाई. ये आंसर आप लिख नहीं सकते. सिंपल था, कुछ नहीं किया. स्पेशल यूनिट आपको वर्ड नहीं आता है, फिर व्हाई आर वी टॉकिंग अबाउट क्लियरिंग द एग्जाम? तुम्हें एग्जाम क्लियर नहीं होगा यार ऐसे तो, ये तो मान के चलो एवरीवन, आर यू विद मी ऑन दिस? Exam will not be cleared if we continue like this. Then geography made simple part 2. Start using that vocabulary. Serious students, see there are many students who are here for the sake of being here. सर मजा आता है आपके साथ सर, इसलिए क्लास अटेंड करता हूँ, परफेक्टली ओके। कल शाम को एक जीएस की क्लास में आधी क्लास स्टार्ट हुई 6 बजे, 6:30 बजे बोलता है सर हाफ एन आवर में दूसरी क्लास है, क्या करूँ? यार 2 सिनेमा रख लो, 2 मोबाइल रख लो, इधर भी देखो उधर भी देखो, तुम्हें पढ़ना तो है नहीं। ट्रू और नॉट? सो पीपल हु आर सीरियस अबाउट दिस एग्जामिनेशन, यू हैव पुट थिंग्स एट स्टेक। आप इस एग्जाम को सीरियसली क्लियर करना चाहते हैं, you will need the vocabulary of the subject. Start bringing in that maturity. I've been speaking in English, I've been speaking in Hindi, I've been giving you all those inputs. Start using them. हम तो aerial differentiation, region पे बात कर चुके हैं. Have we not talked about it? When I did perspective. So request है करिए. अगर नहीं कर रहे हैं बच्चों तो फिर कहाँ से गाड़ी आगे बढ़ेगी? आज आपने देखा संचारी के वर्क पे, मुझे लगा कि संचारी is applying her mind also, and उनके काम में एक maturity दिखने लगी, आप ही के सामने दिख रही है भाई. You are looking at everyone's submission. You will see people's level is changing. बल्कि आज जितने भी लोगों ने सबमिट किया था काफी अच्छा लेवल दिखा मुझे. I could see, those people actually gaining from it. So that's why it's like you sow seeds, and seeds will start showing shoots. Some seeds are just for formality. वो उनके काम में दिखता है, उनके आंसर्स में दिखने लगता है. So my request is, can we bring the language or not? True. तब तक भोजपुरी में द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर समझेंगे. How long will you force me to read your answers or read anything from you which is not in geographical language? Please bring it. इसको कहा जाता है subject jargon. Subject jargon. Jargon का मतलब तकनीकी भाषा, technical language. Start using them. So first thing is that what is a region? Region is a spatial unit. Okay, that region is a spatial unit. So now there is a river flowing. Next to it is fertile land, and there is a area which is badland topography. Get that? Badland topography. So I tell you that you have been allotted free land in this space. You have been allotted free land in this space. Okay. So would you not be interested, sir? Where, sir? Where? Because different areas will have different value or not. True or not? So I will have to specify. Where. So one is I can do it with respect to some landmark. I can say, okay, you are getting it next to the river bank, north of the river bank, south of the river bank. Make sense or not? True. If I say is पूरे space में you are getting something in the northwest, you are worried यार badland में तो नहीं आ गया मेरा. True or not? So I'm saying this is undifferentiated space, and from space I have created a spatial unit. इसको कभी-कभी aerial unit भी कहा जाता है. And please, there are many students geography optional. They are such a shame to learning. वो आज तक इसको special region कहते हैं और special unit. For them, spatial is not T. उनको कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. वो सोचते हैं this is just a spelling mistake. This is a totally different thing. Special का मतलब विशेष होता है. Spatial का मतलब space में से काटी हुई unit. A unit which has been cut out of space. Is everyone okay? So spatial unit or aerial unit that has been created out of what? Out of space, that is a region. Okay. Now, just like I told you that you wanted to know where the region is, तो मैंने उसका कुछ बताने की कोशिश की, that north of the bank, south of the bank. So when we create a region, we have to decide a criteria of a region. Say for example, if red color is the criteria, so can you visibly see a region on the screen? If red color is the criteria, can you visibly see a region on the screen? Yes or no? If water is a criteria, can you visibly see a region on the screen? If water is a criteria, can you see that or no? So first of all, region is a spatial unit, and how is it created? It is created by identifying a criteria. If it is a single criteria, that region is called univariate. If it is a multiple criteria, it is called multivariate. Now I want to ask you, Whittlesey created regions out of the world. Which regions? Agriculture regions out of the world. Did he or did he not? Yes. So can I say that Whittlesey was doing a process of regionalization? Yes. Can I also say Whittlesey was doing a process of regional synthesis? So what is regional synthesis? Space को लिया, divided into regions, give birth to regions. That is it. Is everyone okay? समझ में आ गया? Regional synthesis समझ में? Can I say he did a regional synthesis? Once the regions were made, remember, first one is ecological, near ecological. What is the second one? First one is ecological and near ecological. What is the second one? Sir, subsistence type. What is the third one? Sir, commercial type. Once these regions were made, can I compare them? Can the learning of one be useful in planning for the other? Yes. When I will compare, will I compare on same parameters? That what is the yield of agriculture in the temperate grassland? What is the yield of agriculture in savanna grassland? Yes or no? तो वही yield को compare करूंगा या नहीं करूंगा? Comparison of two regions is called something in perspective. Comparing two regions is called something in perspective. जल्दी बताइए. Comparing two regions as a term in perspectives in human geography, it is a perspective, it is a paradigm. Saurabh, you know nothing about it. Dualism. What's dualism? This thing. Very good, Brijesh, Priyanka, aerial differentiation. How one region is different from other, that is aerial differentiation. फिर बता रहा हूँ जिन लोगों को dualism दिखाई दे रहा है जाकर पढ़ो, फिर से पढ़ो बच्चों, नहीं पढ़ोगे, if you don't repeat them, please try and understand everyone. You are a graduate. जिसमें भी आपने जिस भी subject में graduation किया, how much time did you spend for your graduation, everyone? How much time did you spend for your graduation? How much time did you spend for your graduation? 3 years? If you're doing engineering, 4 years? Yes. After 3 years, did you become masters of that subject? After 3 years, did you become masters of that subject? No. You just know a little bit about it. True or not? You just know a little bit about it. Even after spending 3 years. Yes. UPSC wants you to be master of your subject, optional subject, and you spend 3 months in it. You spend 3 months in it. Is it fair that you won't even read it, revise it, and feel, अरे मुझे तो आता नहीं. 3 साल के बाद तो आपको आता नहीं. 3 महीने में आप सोच रहे हो आ भी जाएगा. In 3 months, magic will happen. Something that did not happen in 3 years, where you had time, you had relaxed also. You know, some of you might feel, oh my God, these things are coming so fast. That is why I'm not able to do that. Honestly, tell me, what you have learned in last 3 months is much more than what you did in college for 3 years. True or not? So ऐसा नहीं है कि you don't have the ability. In fact, these 3 years have been more fruitful, have been more analytical, have really told you that you have more capacity. In fact, you should look back at why we did not use those 3 years if you are a graduate, because some of you are still in graduation. True or not? So a simple thing is, for something to grow on you, for something for you to acquire some status in that, you will require to give time and efforts. Efforts you are giving. If you are not giving, then I'm putting in the efforts because I'm the teacher. Yes, sir. But I'm again saying, if you don't put in the efforts of reading, इसलिए कहता हूँ book क्यों पढ़नी है? लोग कहते हैं ना सर, वो आए थे बीच में आपने, you heard, no, somebody came here, sir, I've done with other educator, sir, our notes enough. वो नहीं आए थे, मैंने आपको बताया चेकिंग के लिए आए थे. It's such a shameful thing that it happens. कि हमारे पेपर चेक कर दो, जब करवा लो, जिससे करवाना है. मैं तो बता रहा हूँ, मैं तो यहीं पर आप ही के सामने किया. जो लोग डिजर्विंग है, आप सबके चेक भी हुए, फीडबैक भी मिला है ना. तो दैट इज अ शेम व्हिच दे ब्रिंग टू इट, एंड इमीडिएटली वी गेट टू नो. तो हमें कोई नहीं चाहिए ऐसा वाला, हमें कोई नहीं चाहिए ऐसा वाला, बिल्कुल नहीं चाहिए. बिकॉज वो रिजल्ट तो लाने नहीं वाले, उनको बस चेकिंग के लिए कोई चाहिए. और लिखेंगे क्या? लिखेंगे वो अपने टीचर के नोट्स. उनको आंसर लिखने से कोई मतलब नहीं है, ना उनको ये आता है ना उनको सिखाया गया. सर कोई मेरा चेक कर दे, तो उनको तो लीव इट टू मी, आई गेट टू नो देम. बहुत जल्दी इनको पता चल जाता है कौन क्या कर रहा है. ठीक है. बट आई एम आस्किंग यू, हु इज स्टॉपिंग यू फ्रॉम ग्रोइंग इन दिस प्रोसेस? हु इज स्टॉपिंग यू फ्रॉम ग्रोइंग इन दिस प्रोसेस? भैया लैंग्वेज कब उठाओगे? You've really done well, and I'm saying this is not the time to let it go loose. Okay, you tell me. Whittle says classification also used criteria. Was it a univariate region that he created, or a multivariate region? Tell us बताइए. His regions were univariate or multivariate. So people are writing multivariate. So what were the multiple variables? What were the multiple variables? What were the multiple variables? Right criteria, perfect. Do you understand what is univariate, multivariate? Okay, perfect. Now, how can you, on the screen, can you see the red region? Can you see the red region? Yes, you can see the red region. Because your senses are showing you that. Your senses are showing you that. But I want to tell you, your senses are actually doing a comparison. One is you are looking at a red region, and other region is non-red. True or not? So can I say criteria is found within the region and criteria is missing in the regions in the vicinity? Imagine everyone, if this was the screen and I say red region belongs to you, then would you be confused or not? True or not? Sir, वो red तो है, सारे red है sir. Which one, sir? Okay, I say the big red. Sir, this is also big red. This is also big red. So region, please remember, region is a spatial or aerial unit. Is everyone okay? Area से बना हुआ aerial unit. Yes. Delineated by a boundary. So नया word है delineated. Delineated comes from what? Line. Drawing boundary बनाने को मतलब क्या बोलते हैं? Delineation. हाँ बिल्कुल मेगा, आजकल आप सुन रहे हैं, जैसे आपने सुना जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में delimitation हुआ. Delimitation of the constituencies हुआ ना? वो है. तो अब मैं कह रहा हूँ डिलिमिटेशन, वो तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंसीज के लिए कोई भी रीजन की बाउंड्री बनाना हो उसको क्या बोलते हैं? डेलिनिएशन. डेलिनिएशन मींस कटिंग आउट. ओके, डेलिनिएशन बाय डेलिनेटेड बाय अ बाउंड्री, कट आउट ऑफ स्पेस बेस्ड ऑन अ क्राइटेरिया और अ पैरामीटर or a basis of regionalization. Is everyone okay? A region has within the boundary, if this is the boundary, it has internal homogeneity. external heterogeneity. So when state of Tamil Nadu was created, it was seen that people who speak Tamil are here. There were some people who were speaking Tamil also, but here we found that most of the people were speaking Malayalam. Yes, here most of the people were speaking Kannada, and here Telugu was dominant. Is everyone okay? So पहले तो बताओ ये region जो बनाया इसका criteria क्या है? What is the criteria? Language is the criteria. Do you know Indian states were created on a linguistic basis? Do you understand that? Can I say India was space? India was space. Cutting it into states based on language as a criteria was an exercise of regional synthesis. Is everyone okay? Creating states from India was regional synthesis. Yes. Tamil Nadu has internal homogeneity, dominance of Tamil speakers. External homogenities, even if some Tamil is spoken, but outside, dominance is either of Telugu or Kannada or Malayalam. Is everyone okay? Though all four belong to a group of language or family of language called the Dravidian family. True. Everyone with me on this? तो ये आपके region के बारे में मैंने आपको बताया, तो can you read it? That region is a special unit. Tamil Nadu is a special unit carved out of India, delineated by a boundary on the basis of language. It is different from Telugu or Andhra, Telangana. It is different from Kannada. It is different from Malayalam, though it may, Kerala, though it may touch boundaries. Is everyone okay? Region समझ में आया, regional synthesis समझ में आया. If I do a comparative analysis right now of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, that will be called areal differentiation. How one area is different from others. And in that, what will I do? I will only describe how the forests of Tamil Nadu are different from forests of Karnataka. How the resource endowment of Tamil Nadu different from resource endowment of Karnataka. Karnataka is more metal oriented, yes, metallic industries. Tamil Nadu, because of river Kaveri, is more agriculture oriented. True or not? So जब मैं ये compare करता हूँ तो उसको aerial differentiation कहते हैं. Is everyone okay with regional synthesis as well as aerial differentiation? Region word याद रहेगा. Do you understand what do I mean by internal homogeneity? Within the boundary, criteria is present. Outside the boundary, criteria is either completely missing or it is less in amount. Is everyone okay? तो ये region है. अगर हमें region नहीं समझ में आता तो फिर हम क्या करें? और हमारा टॉपिक क्या है? पहले region बनाना सीखिए, उसके बाद how to develop regions. ठीक है? So what is the first step? I want to plan a region. I want to plan, say for example, Jharkhand. So पहले तो regions में divide करो ना. First step is that. So I want to plan to prepare for UPSC, GS. Would it not be wise to break GS into components? Polity, history, geography, environment, and all those things. So when you break it into components, what are you doing? When you break it into components, what are you doing? Regional synthesis. Is everyone okay? So regions are a result of a process called as regional synthesis. Geographers have been working on this idea of region and regional synthesis, and multiple ideas have been created on that. So पहले तो हम region की बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? Region दो तरह के होते हैं. Regions are of two types. Everyone, tell me yes or no. I'll say something. Does your mind remind you of some area in the world? Okay. Deserts. Yes. What is the criteria? Aridity. Okay. Black soil regions. Yes, sir. Lava. Basalt lava regions. ठीक है. तो ब्लैक सॉइल रीजन को क्यों जबरदस्ती कॉटन कर रहे हो? ब्लैक सॉइल पे मधुकर कुछ और नहीं उग सकता क्या यार? ब्लैक सॉइल रीजन का मतलब कॉटन? क्या नशे में हो यार? सोचो तो सही. मधुकर इतना पढ़े हुए हो, क्या आपको लगता है कि कॉटन ही जरूरी है? ब्लैक सॉइल पे कुछ भी हो सकता है ना? हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता? और मैं तो आपको बताना चाह रहा हूँ पंजाब हरियाणा भी ग्रो कर रहा है कॉटन. तो क्या वो ब्लैक सॉइल है? ब्लैक सॉइल किससे आता है? बेसाल्टिक लावा से आता है. ये सब हमने वो देखा. अच्छा, इफ आई से शिफ्टिंग कल्टीवेशन बेल्ट, एक दिमाग में आ जाता है शिफ्टिंग कल्टीवेशन. Perfect. Flood prone regions of India. Yes. Moment I talk about these criteria, do they give me a region or not? Moment I tell you what criteria is in my mind, can you do that? So ऐसे region को कहा जाता है formal region. A region whose boundary depends on a criteria, a fixed criteria. Heredity region, so you put the rainfall limit and that will be there. Yes or no? Can I say population density wise we can divide high, medium, low? You people had done that on HDI map. Remember 0.7 जब सब लोगों ने लिया था HDI map. What did you do? You had created formal regions. Is everyone okay? अभी कुछ हमने देखा अफ्रीका का, हमने होमवर्क दिया था, रूरल प्रॉब्लम्स, तो अफ्रीका को आपने डिवाइड कर दिया फॉर्मल रीजन. इज एवरीवन ओके विद व्हाट डू आई मीन बाय फॉर्मल रीजन? ठीक है. अच्छा, अब मैं आपको एक बात बताना चाहता हूँ. A murder happened at some place. This is a river and murder happened some place. These people ran and they went to the police station to report the murder. The police station refused to register a FIR. Yes, they said, come on, murder happened, करिए ना sir. बोला हाँ FIR हो जाएगा, but not here. It will happen on police station too, because ये मेरे रेंज में नहीं आता है. Have you heard of that? This one does not come in my jurisdiction. So a boy is born and he is being taken to a school. And he goes to fill the admission for nursery. The school said, sorry, you cannot take admission. They said, no, everything is fine. They said the government's rule is that if you are taking nursery admissions, from your house up to 5 kilometers, whatever school is there, only that you can apply, and there is a school here, so you are eligible to apply only over there. Can you see that this radius created a region? True or not? Came to region. True. Do you remember something called a sphere of influence? The maximum distance up to which people are willing to travel to a city center to avail its services. True. I told you district court has a smaller sphere of influence, high court has a bigger sphere of influence, Supreme Court sphere of influence is pan-India. True or not? In fact, not only pan-India, if any international issue happens, उसमें भी Supreme Court को अपनी राय देनी पड़ सकती, करती है नहीं? True or not? So I would say a school has a small sphere of influence. Can I say a university has a much more bigger sphere of influence? Many schools can be there. Yes or no? School, college can be there. So what is sphere of influence? What is this region? ये भी तो region है ना? This is also region. But there is no criteria in this. There is no criteria in this. Do you see that? Region तो है, बल्कि region कम है, range ज़्यादा है. True or not? Range up to which the center's influence is felt at some place. ये भी विशेष region होते हैं. These are special types of region. We call them as functional regions. So regions are of two types: formal region and functional region. Formal regions have a specified criteria. Functional regions, they are delineated. Remember boundary? On basis of functional range or interaction. याद रहेगा? तो regions दो तरह के होते हैं: functional region and formal region. So give me an example of a formal region. Everyone, give me an example of a formal region. जल्दी से दीजिए, formal region का example दीजिए. Give me an example of a formal region. North Indian Plain, Sahara Desert. Okay. भाई मैंग्रोव तो कहीं भी हो सकते हैं, मुझे रीजन बताओ ना यार. झूम भी कहीं हो सकता है, भाई रीजन बताओ. Deccan Plateau is a formal region. Get that? Population density above 300 persons per square kilometer is a region, formal region. Population density. Area in India with yield of more than 600 kilogram per hectare of some product is there. स्नेहा, सेंट्रल हाईलैंड तो बहुत बड़ा है, उसमें कोई क्राइटेरिया ही नहीं. सेंट्रल हाईलैंड तो एक ज्योग्राफिकल एड्रेस है, इसका क्राइटेरिया क्या है आपके पास? बताओ. कोई क्राइटेरिया तो है नहीं. तो आप ऐसे दिल्ली कहो तो मैं मान थोड़ी लूंगा दिल्ली. सेंट्रल हाईलैंड क्या है? अगर आप मुझे बोले कि प्लेटू, पेनिनसुलर प्लेटू ऑफ इंडिया, तो पेनिनसुला में प्लेटू हो गया. ठीक है. अब जो भी आप आंसर दे रहे हो उसका क्राइटेरिया बताओ मुझे पहले. जब आपके पास क्राइटेरिया नहीं है तो छोटा नागपुर क्या है? तो प्रॉपर नाउन हो गया छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू. ये तो एक एड्रेस है ना. लालू प्रसाद यादव, वो कोई क्राइटेरिया है क्या भाई? क्राइटेरिया तो लगाओ मधुकर, पढ़े लिखे हो. व्हाट इज द क्राइटेरिया? अगर हमने कहा तमिल स्पीकिंग रीजन, वो एक फॉर्मल रीजन है, क्राइटेरिया तो लगाओ. व्हाट इज द क्राइटेरिया? अब अगर फॉर्मल रीजन का एग्जांपल है तो मुझे बताओ व्हाट इज द क्राइटेरिया. अरावली रेंज, प्री कैम्ब्रियन मेगा, देयर आर मेनी प्री कैम्ब्रियन माउंटेन्स इन इंडिया. तो या तो आप लिखो प्री कैम्ब्रियन ओरिजिन्स ऑफ इंडिया और एक मैप बना दो, वो माना जाएगा. अरावली नहीं माना जाएगा. अरावली इज जस्ट एन एग्जांपल. समझ में आया? हाईली बायोडाइवर्सिटी, मधुकर क्या कुछ सेवन करके बैठे हो? हाई बायोडाइवर्सिटी तो कोरल रीफ में भी होती है. और बायोडाइवर्सिटी का फिर अमाउंट बता दो. आपको मैं बताऊं फॉर्मल रीजन क्या होता है? मैं स्पेसिफिक बताता हूं आपको. यदि आपका मोर देन 1500 स्पीशीज आर एंडेमिक, मोर देन 1500 वेस्क्युलर प्लांट्स are endemic and more than 70% habitat loss is happened, then that region is called a hotspot. ये होता है criteria based region. Sir, highly biodiversity western घाट, अबे इतने सारे हैं, होश में तो रहो, सोचो तो सही. If you say more than 200 centimeter rainfall, बिल्कुल सही मानता हूँ, more than 200 centimeter rainfall region of India, कहाँ पर आएगा? ये region more than 200 centimeter है, वो तो समझ में भी आता है. अगर मैं केरला की भी बात करूँ तो केरला का भी एक बेल्ट आ जाएगा जो 200 सेंटीमीटर में आ जाएगा. सौरभ जो तुम मेघालय नॉर्थ ईस्ट कह रहे हो ना, चरस बंद करो, ये पूरा का पूरा इसमें आता है, ठीक है। कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी ऑफ नरेंद्र मोदी इज पॉलिटिकल रीजन, कैसे कैसे, हाउ इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी ऑफ नरेंद्र मोदी या पॉलिटिकल रीजन, यार कोई समझाए इनको। मैं क्या चरस लिया, मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ ना, पढ़ाना बेकार है यार। व्हाट इज द क्राइटेरिया, मतलब नरेंद्र मोदी की कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी का नरेंद्र मोदी से क्या जुड़ाव है, मुझे समझ में नहीं आया। ये कहना चाह रही है नरेंद्र मोदी रीजन, और ये कह रहे हैं कि वाराणसी इज दैट। एवरीवन, आप बताइए कि आपका डिलिमिटेशन होता है ना, डिलिमिटेशन कमीशन बनाती है कि नहीं बनाती, वो बनाती है वो कमीशन, क्या वो किसी पॉलिटिशियन के नाम से करती है, पॉपुलेशन के नाम से होता है। सोचिए लिख रहे हैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी ऑफ नरेंद्र मोदी इज पॉलिटिकल रीजन, कहां हो समझ में नहीं आया। डिस्ट्रिक्ट समझ में आता है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट इज अ पॉलिटिकल रीजन, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड, और डिस्ट्रिक्ट में भी उसके कुछ पैरामीटर होंगे। यू हैवंट गॉट इट पूर्वी, द प्रॉब्लम इज द क्लास इज नॉट गेटिंग इट। जो आपके आंसर आ रहे हैं पूर्वी कर रहा है, मधुकर कर रहा है, पढ़ते पढ़ते पता नहीं क्या पढ़ रहे हो, ये तो समझ आया आपको। आप बताओ कोई है नरेंद्र मोदी रीजन, ऐसा कुछ नरेंद्र मोदी रीजन, ममता बनर्जी रीजन, नीतीश कुमार रीजन, मैंने तो कभी नहीं सुना। तुम्हारे पास चरस आ गई है, और है तो बता दो क्या क्राइटेरिया। सो मधुकर प्लीज बंद कर दो ठीक है, तुमसे ना होगा, इज अ बेटर थिंग टू से रादर देन दिस थिंग। सिंपल चीज मधुकर ये बोलना शुरू करो, ये सिंपल चीजें आपको बता रहा हूं कि आप बोलो लैंग्वेज रीजन, रिलीजन रीजन, इतना ही बोलो, जितना हो पानी में उतने पानी में रहना शुरू करो, ठीक है। चंचला ने इतना अच्छा दिया, ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन रीजन, वेरी गुड। तो मधुकर अब इससे ज्यादा मत करना, बहुत ज्यादा हो गया, अब कुछ ज्यादा ही हो रहा है। तो जो बुद्धिमत्ता दिखा रहे हो ना, उस बुद्धिमत्ता को लगाम दे दो, अपनी ज्यादा से ज्यादा पैर मत फैलाओ, आपसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं, आप मुझे वैसे भी मिले हैं, बेसिक्स पे ध्यान दो, उन पर ध्यान करो, एबीसीडी जानो, बेकार में बड़े बड़े आध्यात्मिक सेंटेंस बंद कर दो। एंटीसीडेंट रिवर इन नॉर्दर्न पार्ट, मतलब पूछ रहे हैं हम रीजन की, ये चचा बता रहे हैं एक रिवर की, और कोई बता दो मुझे ऐसे एंटीसीडेंट रिवर का रीजन हो, एंटीसीडेंट रिवर, उस रिवर को मैं उस रीजन की मैं बाउंड्री कैसे बनाऊंगा, मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा। तो खैर ये मधुकर तो काफी क्लास को डिविएट कर सकता है, मैं अगर इसकी बातों में आने लगा तो मैं बहुत क्लियर हूँ भाई, नहीं फंसना है इनके उसमें, इनकी समझ नहीं आ रहा है, ये बड़ी बड़ी हाँक रहे हैं, ये पढ़ नहीं रहे, तो हाँकना बंद करें प्लीज, ठीक है। तो आपके पास एक क्राइटेरिया होना चाहिए, वो क्राइटेरिया ऐसा हो कि उससे डेलिनिएशन पॉसिबल हो। क्राइटेरिया क्या हो सकता है, फिजिकल क्राइटेरिया हो सकता है, फिजिकल क्राइटेरिया कैन बी ऑल्टीट्यूड, कि इतने ऑल्टीट्यूड वाला रीजन, यस। फिजिकल क्राइटेरिया कैन बी सॉइल टाइप, फिजिकल क्राइटेरिया कैन बी सॉइल टाइप, फिजिकल क्राइटेरिया कैन बी रेनफॉल रीजन, हो सकता है क्लाइमेटिक वेरिएबल, क्लाइमेटिक हो सकता है, टेम्परेचर हो सकता है, टेम्परेचर रीजन, प्रेसिपिटेशन रीजन। ये किसने बनाए थे, ओपन ने बनाए थे, हम पहले बात कर चुके हैं, हम ये फालतू बकवास ही नहीं करेंगे कि एंटीसीडेंट एंड ऑल दैट, बट हम करेंगे क्लास में, हमें दिखाना है हमको सब कुछ। मत दिखाओ मधुकर, बहुत देख लिया यार, बहुत ज्यादा देख लिया, जीएस में भी देख लिया, ऑप्शनल में भी देख लिया, इतना ज्यादा क्यों कर रहे हो समझ में नहीं आ रहा। पहले एक सिंपल करेक्ट आंसर तो दे दो, एक करेक्ट आंसर दे दो, उसके बाद आगे का बढ़ लेना। आफ्टर टीचिंग ऑल दिस द टीचर इज शॉक्ड कि भाई क्या कर रहे हैं यार, आपको पूछ रहे हैं रीजन ऑन अ बेसिस, तो ऑल्टीट्यूड बेसिस मोर देन 6000 मीटर, तो पता है आपको एवरेज हाइट ऑफ हिमाद्री 6000 मीटर एवरेज हाइट है, तो वो रख सकते हैं एट सी लेवल, एट मीन सी लेवल, वो किया जा सकता है। सॉइल टाइप किया जा सकता है, रेनफॉल हो सकता है, टेम्परेचर हो सकता है, प्रेसिपिटेशन हो, इवन वेजिटेशन के रीजन हो सकते हैं। इंडिया में वेजिटेशन के रीजन है, इंडिया में वेजिटेशन के रीजन है। अब जो किसी ने कहा मैंग्रोव, अब भाई मैंग्रोव आप बताओगे तो सही, लिटोरल वेजिटेशन, लिटोरल वेजिटेशन रीजन, कहता है। किसी ने कहा ट्रॉपिकल डेसिडुअस, ड्राई डेसिडुअस रीजन, वेट डेसिडुअस रीजन, समझ में आया? तो बात ये है कि आई एम टॉकिंग टू एन ऑडियंस, हमेशा मतलब ये करने के बाद आई फील डिफीटेड कि यार इनको ये बता रहे हो आंसर राइटिंग, इनको आंसर राइटिंग बता रहे हो जो नरेंद्र मोदी रीजन कर रहे हैं, इनको पर्सपेक्टिव बता रहे हो आप, इनको हायर लेवल बताना चाह रहे हो आप, एंटीसीडेंट रिवर इन नॉर्दर्न पार्ट, कुछ भी लिख रहे हैं। जो लिखते हैं इनको ये भी नहीं पता चलता कि व्हाट दे आर राइटिंग इज देयर सिग्नेचर दैट विल अर्न देम रिस्पेक्ट और डिसरिस्पेक्ट, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, हम कुछ भी लिखेंगे, क्यों, व्हाई वुड वी नॉट थिंक। क्राइटेरिया बता रहे हैं, अगर कोई क्राइटेरिया आपने सुना हो तो सुनाओ। अब आप बोलो अमिताभ बच्चन रीजन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, यार what do I say after this? After teaching formal regions, what do I say after this? That someone writes Amitabh Bachchan regions of the world. ठीक है, criteria is Amitabh Bachchan. करिए क्या करेंगे, फंस गए कि नहीं फंस गए, तो वो चलता रहेगा। तो ऐसे में क्या समझ में आता है, यार इनको ना कुछ मटेरियल दे दो। तो कई बार ऐसा लगता है कि लाइक इट कैन हैपन दैट मे बी लाइक दे डोंट हैव द लैंग्वेज, आइडिया है लैंग्वेज नहीं है, तो इनको क्यों ना कुछ मटेरियल दे दिया जाए। व्हाई नॉट वी गिव देम सम मटेरियल, दे विल नॉट रीड मटेरियल, फनी पार्ट, दे विल नॉट रीड द मटेरियल, वो तो टाइम ही नहीं है सर। What is area, what is zone, what is region? A region can be defined as perceived segment of space. Now the sad part will be ये perceived का मतलब नहीं जानते बहुत से लोग, and some people will find dictionary now, they will say perception, oh perception is जो आपके दिमाग में, they can't even read a sentence in context. Region can be defined as a segment of space. Sir ये नहीं समझ में, segment of space differentiated, very difficult language. Differentiation means division of space को In a formal language, it is called differentiated space. We will not pick up this language. We will write Amitabh Bachchan regions from others on the basis of one or more defining characteristic. वही चीज, एक segment of space from others this thing. फिर फोटो लेके सर समझ नहीं आया बताओ, यार इंग्लिश है. After what I have told you, if you can't understand that how a part of space differentiated based on some parameters there, then तो यार इंग्लिश क्लासेस खोलना तो मुश्किल है. ट्रू है ना? और इंग्लिश से ज्यादा क्या कॉम्प्रिहेंशन क्लासेस, दैट बिकम्स अ बिग चैलेंज. सर कौन सी बुक हमें पढ़नी चाहिए? दैट स्टूडेंट कम्स, नोट से हो जाएगा, उसको नोट्स बताओ. हाँ, फिर वो पूछेगी नेक्स्ट कि सर मेरा आंसर चेक कीजिएगा. बढ़िया. These characteristics may be of different types and are so are regions, because the parameters are different, so regions are also different. For example, defining characteristics may be mutual, natural vegetation, tropical rainforest, maybe language, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, maybe industrial cluster, maybe hinterland. काफी कुछ हो सकता है. क्राइटेरिया सब्जेक्टिव भी हो सकते हैं, क्राइटेरिया ऑब्जेक्टिव भी हो सकते हैं. ऑब्जेक्टिव क्राइटेरिया का मतलब क्या है? 200 सेंटीमीटर रेनफॉल. सब्जेक्टिव क्या है? ह्यूमिड एंड ड्राई. बट व्हाट इज ह्यूमिड फॉर यू मे बी डिफरेंट फॉर मी आल्सो. सब्जेक्टिव हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता? The subjective view sees a region as means to an end, simply as idea, a model to help study of the world. It is a method of classification and a device to segregate area features. Many economists engaged in the formulation of regional growth theory favor this concept. The objective view adopts the opposite stance, seeing the region as an end in itself, a real entity and organism. अब ये वाली भाषा तो हमने दे दी. Problem ये है कि my class refuses to even mature into English language. True or not? Herbert Sun ने, अच्छा ये तो बहुत मुश्किल नाम है, कैसे याद होगा? तो कितने सारे नाम हो गए. सर लेकिन मुझे आईएएस बनना है सर. मेरे माँ बाप ना सोचते हैं, दे टेल मी यू कैन नॉट डू इट, बट आई विल डू इट, आई विल डू इट. अरे भाई, बोलने से थोड़ी होता है. हियर सर्टेन थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग. कैन यू इवन गिव अस अ सिंपल एग्जांपल ऑफ दैट? अब ये समझ में नहीं है सर. वन इज एन एंड इन इटसेल्फ, अदर इज अ मींस. अरे पोएटिक वे ऑफ राइटिंग है, ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड सब्जेक्टिव. द more than 200 centimeter rainfall region of India. That is what? Objective criteria. What is the subjective criteria? I want to give welfare in the flooded regions of India. So what is my goal? My goal is welfare. In this, what is my goal? My goal is region. Goal, create a region. True. Here my goal is welfare. But how can I do the welfare if I don't know that? So in this, okay, 200 centimeter rainfall can be one region. In regions को inquire करो, check these regions, okay, and check the regions of population that has witnessed flood for last 2 years. Can I identify this also, everyone? Can I do a survey and identify this population? And can I plot them on a map also? Yes or no? Will that become a region? Which region? Formal or functional? Formal region. Because I have a criteria. Population that has witnessed flood for last 2 years. जिसने भी 2 साल consecutive जो किया है वही वाला होगा. True? That is going to happen. Formal region. But region A and region B both are being used to what? Both are created for what? For the welfare. So in this, can I say region was a means? Region was a means, and here region was the goal. Make a region and forget it. True or not? I want to see everyone. When I teach you geography, my goal is IAS, and geography is a means to achieve that. Geography is a means to achieve that. What is my goal? Yeah, IAS बनना है. So this is my goal or not? Ultimate goal. Can I say for a history teacher, history is the means? Goal is IAS. True. For a person who's not selected his or her optional, उनके लिए क्या है? That optional will become a means. True. And there are so many students जिनको IAS तो दिख ही नहीं रहा है. I think I have science background. Geography is logical. My friend is in geography, so I must take geography as an optional. Geography optional. Selecting an optional is my goal. Attending classes is my goal. Writing answer is my goal. Is everyone okay? Getting my answers evaluated by a teacher is my goal. Who is doing hard work? Both are doing hard work. True. Who will reach the goal? Who will reach the goal? A or B? A will reach the goal much better. A will have a joyous journey. Suppose A wants to, change optional. A can change optional anytime. B can never change optional. B doesn't even know why he or she is doing it. B doesn't even know whether they are going in the right direction or not. B is just trying to be arrogant, showing off wrong geography to all. कि हम बहुत पढ़ लिए, हमको बहुत जानकारी हो रही है. Do we get that? When we make regions, regions can be objective criteria. Simply make the wheat regions of the country. But I want food security. I want food security, and if the wheat crop has not grown to the level that I want, इस बार rice बढ़ा दो. True or not? Have you heard of that or not? So this is what I want everyone to see and understand. This is how planning is happening. Regional planning आपको पढ़ाएं कैसे if you do not show that application. Everyone with me? So please request है, पढ़िए, थोड़ा तो maturity लेकर आएंगे. क्या फायदा यार, रोज मटेरियल लेकर आओ, जैसे भी सारा मटेरियल डालो, डिस्कस करो, उसके बाद आंसर दे दो तो वी डोंट नो हाउ टू राइट एन आंसर, होमवर्क दे दो तो वी डोंट इवन सबमिट एन होमवर्क. वो क्लास में हमारे पास आइडिया है, वो भी गलत आइडिया, इतना गलत आइडिया देगा जो लगता है कि either the teacher is teaching totally wrong or there is something wrong with your processing. तो आपको तो कुछ कह नहीं सकते, हम ही गलत है. The major problem that has faced in such an analysis is the ambiguity of the surrounding region. क्या? I hope you understand objective and subjective. अच्छा, कल्चरल एरिया. कल मैंने आपको हर्थ बताया था, हर्थ, रिमेंबर? द बर्थ प्लेस, जो हमने कहा एग्रीकल्चरल हर्ट्स की बात की थी. ऐसे कल्चरल रेल्म्स, डोमेन्स एंड कोर. A concept derived from cultural ecology, referring to geographical areas where a degree of homogeneity of cultural trait is there. So can I say language is a cultural trait? Yes. So the area over which the culture is in question has exclusive or quasi-exclusive influence. So everyone, Tamil Nadu. Can I say this is the cultural core? Cultural domain over which the identifying traits are dominant but not exclusive. So Tamil भी दिखाई देता है, तमिलनाडु इधर बॉर्डर पर अभी भी तमिल दिखाई देता है. Is everyone okay? Not only here but even in the northern part of Sri Lanka. Yes, श्रीलंका है ना, so वहां पर भी मुझे तमिल दिखाई दे रहा है. But others are also there. So everyone, what is this core? I also see Tamil reaching up to Singapore. आपने देखा सिंगापुर में भी one of the official languages. Singapore has 4 official languages. Singapore. Is everyone okay? Cultural realm is the geographical area occupied by cultural group with relatively cultural uniformity with fairly strongly differentiated from neighboring. It term signifies a large area. Fundamental unity, arrangement and integration distinguishes it from culturally from other regions. So अगर आप मुझसे पूछेंगे cultural core और domain समझ में आ गया, core तो यही है, everywhere Tamil. Is everyone okay? And what is domain? Where it is not dominant but it is still felt. Yes or no? और ये पूरा का पूरा क्या कहलाएगा? The whole thing will be called as cultural realm. Will you remember that? So region में भी grades हो सकते हैं culture के भी. So पहले तो हमने region बना लिया. Is it a functional region? Is Tamil region a functional region or a formal region? Functional or a formal? Quickly. Tamil region, functional or a formal region? Tamil region, Tamil Nadu, Tamil speaking region, functional or a formal region? Formal, based on a criteria. Get that? But as we go away from it, the criteria becomes less. So first is core, second is domain. So if I ask you, where is Bhojpuri culture? Where is the core of Bhojpuri culture? Bhojpuri culture core. Western UP मिलनी क्या मतलब, नशा है भाई, कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Eastern UP बिहार, ओके, Eastern UP या बिहार हो गया, चलो core हो गया. डोमेन क्या होगा? Its influence felt in उत्तर प्रदेश, its influence felt in West Bengal, और झारखंड में भी होगा influence. Can I say that will be the domain? Other things are also there, but there is this thing. But cultural realm is जहां तक, और भी बड़ा अगर हम देखें, जहां तक भोजपुरी influence देखी जा रही. True. So can I say a bigger size will come? So there will always be a core. True. Can I say Buddhism? What is the core of Buddhism? What is the core of Buddhism in the world? What is the core of Buddhism? Core of Buddhism in the world. Priyanka is saying India. India में Buddhism है क्या? India में Buddhism इतना ज़्यादा है? Everyone? No. Core does not mean birthplace. That is why I asked this question. That is why I asked this question. Core does not mean birthplace. Core is where it is found, उस एरिया को आइडेंटिफाई करना, where there is dominance. ये वर्ड है ना, एक्सक्लूसिव और क्वासी एक्सक्लूसिव इन्फ्लुएंस. ट्रू और नॉट? तो साउथ ईस्ट एशिया में बुद्धिज्म हमें दिखाई देता है. कुछ बुद्धिस्ट कंट्रीज हम ले सकते हैं, ऐसा. चाइना में बुद्धिज्म नहीं है दुष्यंत, चाइना में कुछ पार्ट में बुद्धिज्म है. अगर आप मुझसे पूछना चाहें, तिब्बत में बुद्धिज्म दिखाई देता है. ठीक है, चाइना में तो कन्फ्यूशनिज्म है, टाओइज्म है, और एक तो कम्युनिज्म अपने आप में उन्होंने कहा रिलीजन इज. माओ ज़ेडोंग को बोल रहे थे कि भैया रिलीजन इज टॉक्सिक। उन्होंने बोला हमारा तो पॉलिटिकल रिलीजन ही हमारा रिलीजन है। इज एवरीवन ओके? इज एवरीवन ओके? नेपाल बुद्धिस्ट है सर्वेश्वर? एवरीवन नेपाल आपको लगता है बुद्धिस्ट है? सभी लोग? नेपाल में बुद्धिज्म नहीं है। तो एक रिक्वेस्ट है, ज्योग्राफी स्टूडेंट हो, थोड़ा सा आसपास का पढ़ना शुरू करोगे, कल्चर्स, क्या रिलीजन है, क्या लैंग्वेज है, पढ़ेंगे, अच्छा रहेगा। सर टाइम नहीं मिलता। मैं बोला यूपीएससी इज दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू ग्रो। इधर उधर की अगर कोई मुझे बोले कि नेपाल बुद्धिस्ट कंट्री है, ये मेरे लिए बड़ी चीज हो जाएगी। तिब्बत में बुद्धिज्म समझ में आता है, वो लार्ज एक्सटेंट भूटान में भी हम देखते हैं। ये सुनो, एवरीवन ओके? चलिए, तो रीजन की बात चल रही है। सब्जेक्टिव व्यू इज जनरली एक्सेप्टेड नाउ। सब्जेक्टिव व्यू रीजन्स आर यूज्ड एज डिस्क्रिप्टिव टूल्स फॉर अ पर्पस। ये समझ में आ गया सब्जेक्टिव व्यू क्या है? बिगर पर्पस, बिगर पर्पस। तो अगर मैं चाहता हूं कि रिलीजियस हार्मनी अगर मैं देखना चाहता हूं, तो उसमें क्या होता है? आई क्रिएट इंडिया इनटू हिंदू रीजन, मुस्लिम रीजन, बुद्धिस्ट रीजन, सिख रीजन। वो मेरा गोल नहीं है। व्हाट आर दे आर द इंस्ट्रूमेंट फॉर व्हाट? रिलीजियस हार्मनी। तो मैं अलग अलग एक्टिविटी करूंगा। इन द सिख रीजन अ डिफरेंट एक्टिविटी, इन अ हिंदू रीजन अ डिफरेंट एक्टिविटी, इन अ मुस्लिम रीजन अ डिफरेंट एक्टिविटी। ट्रू और नॉट? मुझे सबको सेंसिटाइज करना है। सो डू यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज रीजन एंड रीजनल ज्योग्राफी? ये होना चाहिए। Supporting this subjective view, Hartshorne wrote that the attempt to see region as a unitary concrete objective have passed the history. ऐसा नहीं कि रीजन सिर्फ एक बना दिया और उस पे काम हो गया। We have to use them. अच्छा, बेसिक क्राइटेरिया एंड डिलिमिटेशन सबको समझ में आता है। डिलिमिटेशन क्या होता है? डिलिमिटेशन इज ड्राइंग बाउंड्री डिलिमिटेशन ऑफ अ रीजन सीम्स टू बी रिलेटिव यूनिफॉर्मिटी एंड होमोजेनिटी। सो अंदर क्या होगा? यूनिफॉर्मिटी, होमोजेनिटी। अब किसी ने कहा, अभी मधुकर ने कहा कि भैया एंटीसीडेंट रिवर रीजन कौन सा है? एंटीसीडेंट रिवर 4-5 रिवर है हमारे पास, एंटीसीडेंट रिवर। और इन्हीं रीजन्स में हमारे पास कॉन्सिक्वेंट स्ट्रीम्स भी है या नहीं है? बहुत सारी स्ट्रीम्स, कॉन्सिक्वेंट स्ट्रीम्स भी है। So for a region to be called as antecedent region, it must have uniformity, homogeneity, but we have heterogeneity. So can I say this is a poor criteria? This is a poor criteria for regionalization. Is everyone okay? तो जब आप regionalization कर रहे हैं, तो आपके criteria will decide or not? अच्छा, everyone pay attention, pay attention. There is a classroom of students. You have to categorize them. You categorize them on the basis of height. Is it okay? Good criteria. On the basis of age, good criteria. On the basis of gender, good criteria. Yes. On the basis of hair in the eyebrow, क्या कर रहा है भाई? क्यों कर रहा है? You can decide, male female, बैठ के hair in the eyebrow. True ना? दाढ़ी में कितने बाल है? Mustache, hair. Where भाई? You can have a bad criteria. Bad criteria means poor regionalization. So tell me, experienced person will be able to do a better regionalization or not? It has to be your experience. Is everyone with me? I hope you got my idea. I hope you got clarity on what I am trying to come across with. बाकी आपकी श्रद्धा है, जो आप कर रहे हो, कोई रोक नहीं सकता आपको। ठीक है, चलिए, what else do we have then? क्राइटेरिया हो गया। कॉन्टिग्विटी इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट एट्रीब्यूट। अब एक नया वर्ड आ गया, कॉन्टिग्विटी। जल्दी से कोई बताएगा मुझे कॉन्टिग्विटी क्या होता है? टू रीजन्स टचिंग ईच अदर आर कॉल्ड कॉन्टिगुअस। A1, A2. Yes, areal differentiation is the difference between two regions which are spatially contiguous, एक दूसरे के साथ है, and causally related. Contiguous समझ में आया? कितनी states हैं यूएसए में? everyone? How many states are there in USA? 50 states. I want to tell you that 48 states are here. Where are the other two states? 49 and 50. Which is the 50th state? Hawaii. Can I say that 49 and 50 state numbers, these are non-contiguous? Is everyone okay? समझ में आ गया? So when you are drawing a boundary between regions, the boundary will tell you what is contiguous and what is non-contiguous. True? What is contiguous? Non-contiguous. समझ में आ रहा है? region concept and types of region कर लें इसे जल्दी से। A region can be perceived as a segment of space. Is everyone okay? Aerial unit, spatial unit, segment of space, सब same है। यूज करोगे भाषा, please use this language. It is for your benefit, which is different from others on the basis of a criteria, natural, cultural, economic हो सकता है। The basis of criteria for delimitation of region may be relatively uniformity and homogeneity. अंदर homogeneity होता है, बाहर से extrusion. A region includes several contiguous homogeneous territories. जो आसपास के homogeneous territory सबको ले लेगा। India is a political region with Lakshadweep and Andaman Nicobar as the non-contiguous unit. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि non-contiguous unit cannot be a part of a region. Say for example, we are talking about this. So this is India and its region. But Lakshadweep is a part, and Andaman is also a part. Yes, they are also part of it, though they are not touching. But together, politically, they are all India. Yes or no? Northeast, Andaman, Lakshadweep, Gujarat, Peninsula, North Indian Plain. तो अब हम क्या हो गए? Political region है. in a political region, even non-contiguous areas, can they be a part or not? So that is what I want everyone to keep in mind. Everyone with me? Any questions, please ask. If there are any questions, please ask. Okay. Actually, what else do we have now? The region may be categorized as naively given as instituted, इसको छोड़ दो, naively given region and institution region उसको छोड़ दे, हम किस में जा रहे हैं? Formally. Naively given region क्या है? Naively given region, आपने घर में कहा ये बेबी का कमरा, ये पापा का कमरा, ये मम्मा का कमरा, ये किचन और ये टेम्पल, अपने मन से कुछ भी बनाया, पेपर बनाते कि नहीं ऐसे रफ मैप, वो नाइवली गिवन रीजन. बट इन रियलिटी जो प्रॉपर रीजन होते हैं दो तरह के होते हैं, फॉर्मल रीजन एंड फंक्शनल रीजन. इज एवरीवन ओके? फॉर्मल रीजन आपको समझ में आ गया, मैंने पहले बता दिया. नाइवली रीजन देखो, अवध, मेवाड़ आर नाइवली गिवन रीजन. हमने उसका नाम मेवाड़ रख दिया कि नहीं रख दिया? अभी कोई कह रहा था छोटा नागपुर रीजन, नाइवली गिवन रीजन है, उसमें कोई क्राइटेरिया नहीं है ना, कोई क्राइटेरिया नहीं, वो नाइवली गिवन रीजन. ठीक है. The concept of region as a method of classification has evolved through two distinct phases reflecting single agrarian. उसकी चिंता नहीं करिए आप. Formal region पे आते हैं. Region is a geographical area where there is a selected geographical characteristic, topography, climate, natural vegetation and all that. और ये तो physical हो गया. They can be socio-cultural also. Socio-cultural में linguistic region, rich and poor. Can I say that Brent line is also criteria? Brent line भी पे criteria है या नहीं है? So that can also be there. So I want you to keep that in mind. Is everyone with me on this? चलिए ठीक है. The production structure, workforce, functional क्या होता है? अच्छा, functional region को nodal region भी कहते हैं. Functional regions are called nodal regions. Are recognized by organization, interaction, as I told you, internal flow and presence of node or a focus, and linkages or interdependencies, and are composed of heterogeneous units such as cities, towns, villages. The functional interrelationship are usually revealed in flows of people, services, commodity, and communication. तो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ क्या हो सकता है. Let me give you a practical example. Practical example दे. ठीक है. So ये city center है. CBD. Is everyone okay? Central Business District. Rich sector. Industrial sector. Industry worker. And what was this? Middle income group. Yes or no? They are all connected to the CBD or not? They are all connected to the CBD. Yes or no? And they are all traveling to the CBD. The farthest point up to which people are traveling to this, that is called what? SOI. What is SOI? Sphere of influence. Sphere of influence is an example of a functional region. Sphere of influence is an example of a functional region. जहां तक एक node की, what is this node or focus, up to the point up to which there is interaction, that is the functional region. ठीक है. एक एग्जांपल देना चाहता हूँ. So it is your city. ठीक है. सिटी में मिल्क आता है, कहां से आएगा? Where will the milk come from in the city? Where will the milk come from in the city, everyone? Rural area. Yes or no? Rural area, dairy farm will be in the city or away from the city? थोड़ा तो दूर होगा ना, रूरल में होगा. So I am saying dairy farm 1, dairy farm 2, dairy farm 3, dairy farm 4. We find that this is serving and this is not serving, though it is a dairy farm. So what is the dairy limit of the city? Dairy limit. Is everyone okay? What is this functional region? Is there any criteria? No criteria. This fellow lies outside it. Is everyone okay? Now everyone, city publishes the newspaper. And the newspaper is delivered up to this point. Is delivered up to this point. Is delivered up to this point. So ये क्या हो गया? City का newspaper region. Is everyone okay? City needs wheat. So wheat is coming from this area, and here also wheat is there. But this one does not send to the city. So the city is connected like this. So ये क्या हो गया? City का wheat. Is everyone okay? True. City has a school. Boys and girls from the city, they come to the school. And also the boys and girls from the village come to the school. So the last point up to which people are coming to the school, यहाँ से एक स्कूल बच्चा आता है, एक यहाँ से आता है, एक यहाँ से आता है. इसके आगे का बच्चा स्कूल में नहीं आता, इस सिटी के स्कूल में नहीं आता. Can I say this is the school region of the city? Is everyone okay? So ये क्या कचरा बन रहा है? We are trying to create a functional region of a city. Everyone, we don't have a criteria like that, like the formal region. इधर क्या है? Interaction, interdependencies. कहाँ तक वो touch करेगा? Is everyone with me on this? Are you with me? Is everyone clear? आर वी क्लियर? डन. तो इस सिटी का रीजन, व्हाट इज द सिटी रीजन? रिमेंबर सिटी रीजन इज आल्सो द डन. व्हाट डिड आई क्रिएट? ये देखो मधुकर दिमाग लगाएगा. हम क्या कर रहे थे? हम बाउंड्री बना रहे थे. बट ये अपना ज्ञान दिखाएगा, मत दिखाओ. हमने अभी आपके लिए बताया एक एग्जांपल ऑफ अ हाउ फंक्शनल रीजन इज क्रिएटेड. वो फ्रिंज बता रहा है. तुम्हें पता है फ्रिंज, यहाँ पे फ्रिंज तो अंदर भी हो सकती है, हो सकता है ये जो डेयरी फार्म है यहीं पर फ्रिंज हो. आपको क्या पता? ये तो सिटीज इन्फ्लुएंस का रीजन. ट्रू और नॉट? जबरदस्ती नहीं करो, बट ज्ञान देना है, मत दो. मधुकर, एक हिंदी में कहावत है, अधभर गगरी छलकत जाए. ठीक है? इफ यू हैव अ वेसल फुल ऑफ वाटर, it will not splash, but when you have little water it splashes a lot. So मधुकर रिक्वेस्ट है, इस गगरी को भर लो. छोटा मोटा टुकड़े, ज्ञान के टुकड़े लिए उनको उठा उठा के मत देकर मारो, है ना? Did everyone understand how Tamil region and a functional region are different things? Functional region किस पे डिपेंड करता है? एक नोड पर. Its focus, its interlinkage, its interdependence, flow pattern. True or not? एक बात बताइए मुझे, डू यू रिमेंबर आई गिव यू होमवर्क ऑन माइग्रेशन कॉरिडोर्स? माइग्रेशन कॉरिडोर्स. ट्रू. एक पॉपुलर माइग्रेशन कॉरिडोर क्या था? मेक्सिको से यूएसए. रिमेंबर मेक्सिको? सो आई से मेक्सिको से यूएसए ऐसा कॉरिडोर है. ठीक है? बट इफ यू आस्क मी ब्राजील से यूएसए, इट विल बी अ थिन वन. ट्रू और नॉट? बट इफ यू आस्क मी, यू नो, लाइक फ्रॉम ब्राजील, फ्रॉम ऑल लैटिन अमेरिका टुवर्ड्स ब्राजील, वो बड़े हो जाएंगे. Yes or no? So I am saying, using these flow patterns, can I create the boundary? People trying to enter Brazil. People trying to enter Brazil. What is this? Functional region. People trying to enter USA. So यहाँ पे कम हो जाएंगे. Do you understand? Functional region में क्या importance of node है, focus है, interlinkage है, interdependence है और flow pattern. Whereas formal region में क्या था? Formal region में straight away we had a parameter, nothing else. Formal region we had nothing but a parameter. Is everyone with me on this? If you have a question, please ask. If you have any question, please ask. Functional and formal, first we must understand these regions. ट्रू. अच्छा, तो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं कि Tamil speaking region is a formal region. Do we get that? Sphere of influence is a sphere of influence. SOI. Can I write this? SOI. What is it? It is a functional region. What is a district? What is a district? Remember, you are going to become a district collector. तो district क्या होता है? ये बताइए जल्दी से. What is a district? What is a district? तो district क्या होता है? ये मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. Everyone. District is a region, but what kind of a region is it? वो पूछ रहा हूँ. Functional है या special है? तो district has boundaries. District में boundary लगाई जाती है कि नहीं? इस district की boundary ये है. Yes, so these boundaries. So district administration will work up to this region. Yes, district. So can I say it is functional? Yes, but remember delimitation. Delimitation भी तो होता है. Delimitation is based on a criteria. District बनाई जाती है, function तो बाद में होते हैं ना. First you identify the district. Have the districts been broken also? One district has got divided into two. A big district gets divided into two. वो होता है या नहीं होता है? So big district may get divided into two also. That is also a reality. True. So what kind of a unit is a district? Everyone, एक combo आता है दोनों का. A combo of both. First, drawing the boundary, and second, its functional integration. These are called administrative regions, or a better word is planning regions. Is everyone okay? Formal region, functional region, a combo of both is called a planning region. Everyone clear on this? आइए देखिए जरा यहाँ पर जो हमारा मटेरियल A planning region is a segment over which economic decisions are applied. Planning region may be administrative or political region. So that is the formal part of it. Planning region has to be large enough to contain very large resources to provide economic viable. Keeble defines planning region as an area that is large enough to enable substantial changes, population, employment, everything should be there. It must be large, it must be able to supply to its industry. Remember flow. It must be homogeneous. It contain at least one growth point. So there is a foci also, focus also. There is a focus also, and a common approach awareness. Is everyone okay? According to Pathak and Kundu, a planning region has the following characteristics: large enough, based on satisfactory level of product combination. So it has goods and services. It has internal homogeneity. It is cohesive area. It is essentially operational in character. Operational means functional in character. High degree of flexibility should be maintained in the process of regional delineation. You have to keep it flexible also. Is everyone okay? Considers a planning region as to have the following features. ये सब same चीजें हैं, बार-बार repeat होंगी. So before we go on a break, can I understand? Can I expect you to see what is a region, formal region, functional region, types भी हो गया. अब हम किस में जा रहे हैं? Method of regionalization. How do we regionalize them? दो method है, qualitative and quantitative. And then we have growth center, growth pole. This we'll do after the break. So it is 13:42. 7 minutes break चलेगा? 7 minutes break. Let's be back. So we'll look at methods of regions. So how will we make them as regions? What is a region? करेंगे? What is a region? Look at the handout which I have given to you. Write an answer. Write an answer to that. Half करना शुरू कर दीजिए. What is region? What is regional synthesis? छोटा आंसर तो लिख सकते हैं. Try doing that. Is everyone with me on that? So try doing that. That is needed. Okay then. What are we supposed to do now? The methods of regionalization. The methods of regionalization. So in the break, I've uploaded the file. Let us look at this. So how do we regionalize? How do we regionalize? That is a big challenge. That is a big challenge. So one by one, we will look at the methods. You don't have to make notes. No notes separate. Use handout. Okay, that this handout will be posted on this the update section. Use that. But along with the handout, please write some notes. So some notes, just the explanation should go in the notes. Is everyone okay? This is the explanation. So method of regionalization, we have to identify the homogeneity inside and nodality. Homogeneity in which one and nodality in which one? I think homogeneity is everywhere. Homogeneity is everywhere in both formal as well as functional region. But nodality is where? Nodality is where? Say nodality क्या होता है? अरे बेटा focus और node same है ना? जिसमें एक center होता है. So that is in the function. And then we have the program and policy oriented region, because which is a combination of both. Is everyone okay? Perfect. So now how do we delineate? Delineation of formal region. तो पहला क्या चाहिए everyone? First, what should we do? First, what should we do? We have to identify a criteria or a set of criteria. Criteria based example is linguistic region. Can anyone give me an example of a set of criteria based region? Quickly. Set of criteria based region. Example of a criteria, single criteria based region is linguistic. A set of criteria, that means multiple criteria are there. वो region के example बताओ जल्दी से. Can anyone give me that example quickly? अभी पढ़ा है यार. अरे बेटा, British city is not a formal region. No, city is a functional region. Set of criteria, भाई. Whittle says region. Did it have 5 criteria? इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ, there are many people who won't even understand, like a specific criteria and a set of criteria. वो भी हमारे पास समझ नहीं है. ठीक है. तो first of all अपने पास criteria और set of criteria. We have to form what? A formal region. What do we have to form? A formal region. Economic criteria हो सकता है like per capita income. Possible. We saw other things also, 5 criteria. We saw Whittle says 5 functional forms. So those are there. Now how do we use them? How do we use them to create a region? We have fixed index method, variable index method and cluster method. ठीक है. तो इसमें आप क्या कर रहे हैं? Everyone please pay attention. So HDI मैं बता रहा हूँ. Remember HDI varies from 0 to 1. ठीक है. HDI is based on 3 variables. What are the 3 variables? Life expectancy, then education and income. True. What do we create out of this? Life expectancy index, education index, income index. Is everyone okay? Do you know this or not? Human development index निकालने से पहले 3 इंडेक्स निकाले जाते हैं. लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी इंडेक्स, एजुकेशन इंडेक्स एंड इनकम इंडेक्स. और उसका क्राइटेरिया होता है, उसका मैथमेटिकल क्राइटेरिया होता है, मैथमेटिकल फॉर्मूला एंड दिस थिंग. इज एवरीवन विद मी? सो व्हाट इज एचडीआई? HDI is the cube root of LEI into EI into II. Do you know this? So every country will have a different life expectancy, different EI, different this thing, and the value will come from 0 to 1.0. This is it. Is everyone okay? 3 variables taken, and the final output is this. So can I say HDI is a function of life expectancy, education and income? Is everyone okay? Everyone okay? Simple mathematics. What is the importance of each of the variable? Is it equal or different? Equal or different? पता नहीं क्यों डिफरेंट लिख रहे हो. मुझे तो ये पता भाई तीनों का सेम तीनों सेम है यार. तुम्हें कहां से आ रहा है समझ? रियली दिस शोज ज्यादा पढ़ते वो नहीं, सब रट के बैठे भाई. 3 है ना, तीनों को बराबर तो कर दिया. कैसे लेते मीन? What is the mean? X plus Y plus Z divided by 3 is equal to mean or not? All 3 had equal weightage. सबको 1/3 कर दिया. True or not? Do you get that? But if one of them is more important, suppose X is more important. X को अगर more important करना है तो इस फॉर्मूला को क्या कर देंगे? 2X plus Y plus Z is equal to 3. That means the importance of variable X is more or not? True or not? तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं? सिंपल मीन. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? वेटेड मीन. ऐसा सुना है नहीं सुना? यू कैन अटैच वेट्स टू इट. अभी क्या है? तीनों सेम है. इज एवरीवन ओके? सो मैथमेटिकली वी हैव few ways, few methods of creating a region. और अच्छा रीजन कैसे बनाए? आई एम सॉरी, आई एम कमिंग हियर अगेन. सो इंडिया की एक वैल्यू आ जाएगी. इंडिया की वैल्यू कितनी है? 0.6 समथिंग है. एवरीवन व्हाट इज द वैल्यू फॉर इंडिया? एचडीआई में 0.67. चल ठीक है. और नॉर्वे स्वीडन की कितनी हो जाएगी? 0.8 समथिंग. नॉर्वे स्वीडन द स्कैंडिनेवियन कंट्रीज 0.8. कैसे हो? 0.8 to 0.9. और अफ्रीका की क्या होने वाली है? युगांडा, रवांडा, बुरुंडी 0.4 समथिंग. Is everyone okay? True. अब मेरे पास ये values आ गई and then we get the ranges. Can I divide the world into that? And you've already done that. People who did the homework, I wanted you to do that so that you can see जो भी आप कर रहे हैं वो actually apply हो रहा है, real life में भी apply हो रहा है. Everyone with me on this? Are you comfortable? आगे बढ़े. Under the fixed index method, a number of characteristics indices are chosen. Life expectancy index, education index, income index. Here, per capita unemployment rate of something can be. Arbitrary weight is given. So if one is 2 times more, so 2x, y, and this thing, and weighted mean is obtained. The contiguous region with similar indices are grouped together. So जिनकी similar value होगी, remember value range, they will be grouped together, and we will create a group. Is everyone okay? कैसे किया जाता है? अभी आपके सामने करके दिखाया. With example I have given. Fixed index method. Find out the values, put them in ranges, and similar the ones which come in the same range, put them as one, they are one group, and get the answer. If any question, please ask. कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो तो जरूर पूछिए. यहाँ तक क्लियर है? सबको समझ भी आ रहा है? Is everyone able to understand this? चलिए आगे बढ़ते फिर. What is variable index then? Variable weights are assigned to different levels of activities. The weight given to each activity in each region is different and in accordance of the value that is there. For example, if a region is wheat region, B is cold region, तो उसमें अलग-अलग करना पड़ेगा. So let me give you an example of this also. So what did I tell you? Don't make notes, only the explanation. So let me tell you this thing. Two regions are there. Region A, this is a production region. Minerals plus agri commodity. Is everyone okay? Production region 1, production region 2. Now the problem is this is the coal belt and this is the wheat belt. Get that? So they are saying that if you are saying that the parameter is wheat and coal, you are making a wheat and a coal region. You are comparing wheat and coal. But because this is wheat region, so can I say wheat is more important here and here coal is more important? So the formula should be 2 times wheat plus coal by 2. It should have been wheat plus coal by 2. Yes or no? Normal mean. But because wheat is important, so you should use at least 5W plus coal. And in this one, it would be wrong to use the same formula 5W plus coal because this is coal region. It should be wheat plus 5 coal by 2. I hope you can understand. By 2 means 2 variables. So can I say the two formulas, the two indices which are being used to make regions, they are giving variable importance. One region I'm giving importance to wheat and other region I'm giving importance to coal. True or not? In the previous one, was I giving importance to anyone? Was I giving importance to anyone? No. Even if I was giving importance to, say, for example, X, then everywhere, all the regions, only X was given to X. Only X was given to X. But if you are choosing regions with variable importance and you keep on changing that, that is called the variable index method. Sir, in the examination, हमें क्या करना होगा? कुछ नहीं करना होगा. आपको सिर्फ ये नाम लिखने होंगे. Fixed index method, variable index method, and that's it. However, in those cases where comparability is not possible, it becomes necessary to employ cluster method. Cluster method, अगर ये दोनों से compare नहीं कर पा रहे, then what do? Then you go for a cluster method to detect the homogeneous character of structures of different regional units. Such a study is resorted to while delineating functional regions also, but whereas in the former case we consider income and trade flow. So इसमें cluster में आप क्या करते हैं? Everyone, let me show you cluster method also. Criteria 1, criteria 2, criteria 3. I identified them. I made a fixed index for them. Get that? In this region, criteria 1 was more dominant, criteria 3 was more dominant. So they had all criteria 1, 2, and 3. But in this one, criteria 1 was very dominant. In this one, criteria 3 was very dominant. So what did I do? I made an index for both of them, but variable index. In this one, I gave dominance to this. In this one, I gave dominance to this. Is everyone okay? Now what is happening is in this region, few activities are happening in these clusters. Is everyone okay? Few activities are happening in these clusters and people are moving towards these clusters in different flow patterns. Get that? So I wanted to create them as regions, but not functional regions as this thing. So what will I do is I will treat this as a cluster. Cluster 1 index, cluster 2 index, and cluster 3 index. So these three are not uniformly available. All the things that are happening, they are not uniformly available. Rather, they are in clusters. So we take 3 methods. Is everyone okay? यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया? True. So this was formal regions. 3 methods to be taken in that. 3 methods to be taken in that. Please have a look at them. इन्हें पढ़ेंगे घर जाकर आज. So थोड़ा सा समझ में आएगा. अब हमारे functional region में delimitation of functional regions. So please write down delimitation of functional regions. Let me dictate something. So please write down. Unlike the formal regions, the delimitation of functional regions is a bigger challenge. Delimitation of functional regions is a bigger challenge. It has been seen that the functional regions can be delimited by both qualitative as well as quantitative techniques. The qualitative techniques generally involve the selection of a criteria and its delimitation using the range of that criteria seen qualitatively, observed, delineated qualitatively. Is everyone with me on this? Seen qualitatively. The quantitative techniques, on the other hand, employ mathematical tools developed during the quantitative revolution, and arriving at such ranges which will act as the boundary of the node. Give the heading quantitative techniques. So what are the quantitative techniques? Let us try and understand them better. So what are the quantitative techniques? We are trying to come to them. Quantitative techniques. Let us try to come to them. So please write down. Gravity model by Stewart. What is the gravity model? STEWART. It is based on the universal law of gravitation, and often used to find the sphere of influence. Of a city. Example: City A has a population of 40,000. City B has a population of, sorry, the pen is creating trouble. City B has a population of 5,000 people. 40,000 and 5,000. Separated by a distance of 18 kilometers. The SOI of the city, separated by 18 kilometers, the SOI of the city can be found using the mathematical formula 1 plus under root of PA by PB. 1 plus under root of PA by PB, where D is the distance, D, this is PB, and this is PA. Is everyone okay? तो ये बना के दिखा दूं मैं? Should I show that? ये यहाँ पर भी आया हुआ आपका, ठीक है? तो ब्रेक पॉइंट थ्योरी है. There are different ways of looking at it, but which one am I giving you? I am giving you the one which was given by Stewart. The one which was given by Stewart. So you will find that sphere of influence of city A. Suppose this is city A with PA. How much is population? 40,000. This one is city PB, and what is the population? 5,000. What is the distance? 18 kilometers. So sphere of influence of A is equal to 18 upon 1 plus under root of 40,000 by 5,000. 18 upon 1 plus under root of 8. Is everyone okay? ठीक है, तो वो आपकी वैल्यू आ जाएगी. दैट विल बी द मल्टीप्लायर ऑफ SOIA. अच्छा, इसी में एक और देता हूं. दैट विल हेल्प यू द सेम एग्जांपल. नाउ आई हैव लॉ ऑफ रिटेल ट्रेड ग्रेविटेशन. लॉ ऑफ रिटेल, ये तो स्टीवर्ट का है, स्टीवर्ट का ग्रेविटेशन वन. लॉ ऑफ रिटेल ट्रेड ग्रेविटेशन. दीज आर जस्ट एग्जांपल. दो एग्जांपल अपने आंसर में लिख दीजिएगा. Two examples. Make sure you write in your answer. Is everyone with me on this? If you can do this, the job would be done. Everyone okay? Clear. Let's work further. What is the further work which I have for you? So as per this law of retail trade gravity, this is a modification of. Get that? It helps in finding the number of people. To find number of people visiting different city centers to avail goods and services. So to avail goods and services, number of people witnessing. And here the formula is PCA. अगर हम यहाँ पर एक point ले ले C, okay? PCA upon PCB is equal to PA upon PB into DB and DA whole square. What is this? This is DA equal to say 12 kilometer. This is DB equal to कितना बचा? 18 में से 12 गया तो 6 kilometer. How much was the distance between them? Normally D was what? Is everyone okay? Can you see persons moving from, what is PCA? People willing, number of person willing to move from C to A. चलिए, समझ नहीं आ रहा हो क्या रहा है? हो ये रहा है, the idea is that the bigger center should attract more population or not? The bigger center should attract more population. So what we are saying is that the bigger the center, the more is the pull. The more the distance, the less is the pull. So the size of the population tells us the size of the center, and the distance tells us the inverse distance square law. Is everyone with me on this? Any questions, please ask. If there are any questions, please ask. Are we clear, everyone? चलिए, तो इसी एग्जांपल को सॉल्व करें. Let us do this example. PCA upon PCB is equal to 40,000 by 5,000 into DB. DB is how much? 6. 12 whole square. Remember? Distance square. So this is going as 8. This is going as 4. 1 by 4. So 8 into 1 by 4. True? Equal to 2. So can I say PCA is equal to twice PCB? PCA is twice PCB. Everyone with me or not? If any questions, please ask. PCA is equal to twice PCB. With me on this? So which one has a greater sphere of influence? So you are not only finding the sphere of influence, you're also looking at the relative importance of them through these methods. If you are comfortable, this is what I wanted to show you. Is everyone okay with this? If you have a question, please ask. Are we done? सर दोनों में केवल स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस का डिफरेंस है। देखो बेटा, इसने स्क्वायर ऑफ डिस्टेंस किया ना, डिस्टेंस को स्क्वायर किया, दोनों ही स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस। हम तो बात क्या कर रहे हैं सौरभ, वी आर मेकिंग अ रीजन नो, तो ये तो सिटी का साइज है। आई वांटेड टू नो व्हाट इज द स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस, हम कर क्या रहे हैं, तो ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि हो क्या रहा है। ये हो रहा है ना, बाउंड्री बन रही है। किस चीज की बाउंड्री बन रही है? यू आर मेकिंग अ बाउंड्री ऑफ व्हाट? क्विकली, यू आर मेकिंग अ बाउंड्री ऑफ व्हाट? रीजन, व्हिच रीजन? फंक्शनल रीजन। एंड व्हाट इज द फंक्शनल रीजन? SOI यहां पे लिख के दिया ना, ग्रेविटी मॉडल यूज्ड टू फाइंड आउट। सो इफ यू आस्क मी दोनों में स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस का डिफरेंस वही तो पूछा जा रहा है। So if you ask me after I teach you about Kerala and Karnataka, so दोनों में क्या language का difference? अरे language was my criteria, no? Language was my criteria. So functional region is what? This is not formal region. Functional region is what? Node, and up to what point people are willing to travel to the city. तो ये हम क्या ढूंढ रहे थे? हम यही तो ढूंढ रहे थे. We were finding the difference between or the boundaries of that. Is everyone okay with the quantitative technique? Quantitative techniques. So let's quickly end this with qualitative techniques. So please write down qualitative techniques also. So यहाँ पर qualitative technique दिया हुआ है. This is where we have talked about RL Singh for Indian city and all those. ये breakpoint theory है, quantitative technique. Now for Indian city we will do otherwise also, but I am just telling you something about that. So qualitative techniques, please write down qualitative techniques. The delimitation of, please write down the delimitation of functional regions with quantitative techniques at times is not available, is not easy. With quantitative techniques at times is not easy for the want of data and lack of homogeneity. For the want of data and lack of homogeneity. Thus geographers have devised certain qualitative techniques that have identified and used patterns of reciprocal relations in terms of inflow and outflow of functions. What are the functions? Goods and services. In terms of inflow and outflow of functions between the node and hinterland. पहले लिख लो फिर समझते हैं. Qualitative techniques से क्या देखते हैं हम? We look at the reciprocal relationship of the inflow and outflow of functions, goods and services between the node and the hinterland. Now I just showed you an example here. If you remember that, this one. Do you remember this example? What is the node over here? What is the node over here? What is the node? Everyone in this diagram, what is the node? Quickly. What is the node? City is the node. Is the hinterland giving something to the city? What? Wheat, dairy. Reciprocally, is the city giving something back? School, newspaper. True or not? So what did I do? I identified the range of the hinterland providing to the node, and I also identified the node up to what point it is servicing the hinterland, and I made my delineated boundaries. And finally, I superimposed all of them and got this. ये कौन सा तरीका है? Qualitative technique. Is everyone okay? तो मुझे कितने sphere of influence मिले? 1, 2, 3, 4. ये सुनो, school वाला 5. So 5 different sphere of influences I got for 5 different goods and services, 5 different functions. I created my sphere of influence, and then what did I do? Superimpose. And what did I select? The biggest one. So practical example दे चुका. Is everyone okay? अब सिर्फ नाम देने. Did you understand how quantitative is different from qualitative? Quantitative was mathematical formulas. There were formulas for this. But qualitative, you see a reciprocal relationship. You see a reciprocal relationship of inflow and outflow of functions between goods and services. Is everyone okay? Please write down further. C.D. Harris. Remember functional classification of towns? C.D. Harris used such 12 reciprocal functions. Used 12 reciprocal functions. I hope you understand now what are reciprocal functions. कुछ नोट देगा, कुछ पेरिफेरी देगा. Identify 12 reciprocal functions to obtain 12 sphere of influences. Spheres of influence. My mistake, wrong English. It will not be sphere of influences. It will be spheres of influence. So 12 function से 12 sphere of influence आ गए कि नहीं आ गए? ठीक है? He overlapped them and arrived at an aggregate boundary which was considered as sphere of influence of city. Aggregate boundary which was considered as sphere of influence of city. For India, Professor R.L. Singh identified six reciprocal functions for the delineation of umland of Banaras city. For the delineation of umland of Banaras city. तो उन्होंने भी बनारस के लिए 6 रेसिप्रोकल फंक्शन देखे. He looked at 6 reciprocal functions. Do we need to do it now? No, we will do that in paper 2. C.B. Harris took how many functions? 12 functions. So 12 sphere of influences. Then he overlapped them for American city. He got an aggregate thing. R.L. Singh did 6 functions and he delineated umland. ये umland क्या होता है? What is umland? Everyone? What is umland? Anyone? What is umland? It is nothing but a synonym of sphere of influence. तो होता है. Remember I told you umland, city region, metropolitan region, sphere of influence. ये सब same terms है ना? Will you remember that? Heartland नहीं होता है दुष्यंत. गलत है, मैंने नहीं कहा था, तुम कहीं से लेकर आए. There is nothing called as heartland in this. Is everyone okay? Just to complete the class, will you draw this diagram? जल्दी से बना लो. 1, 2, 3, 4. अपने मन से बनाना. 5 sphere of influences. And what is this? Outer one is called aggregate boundary. After today's class, are you clear about region? Region is the original work of a geographer. हाँ दुष्यंत, hinterland होता है, heartland नहीं होता. Heartland is a term coined by Mackinder. वो geopolitics में आता है. That is why I rejected your answer. ठीक है? How can I allow such wrong things to come? Everyone, please complete this diagram so that your understanding is complete. Can I see regional development and planning? First 2 topics. What is region? Region can be a mental construct also. Region can be subjective also, objective also, and their typology. And do you have the material also to look into it? In the methods. Theoretical है, but definitely it is to do with the first 2 parts of the syllabus. Is everyone okay? कल क्या करेंगे? Growth center, growth pole, regional imbalances, and development strategies. Questions आते हैं. I will be bringing from what we did in economic geography. See, economic geography is not over. It has an overlap with this. That is why I have brought it. Is everyone with me on this? So ये भी हमारे पास 3 लेक्चर हैं. 2 ये करेंगे, थर्ड में ये खत्म हो जाएगा. Economic geography, certain things are left. I will be including. I have not completed it. I know that, but it is integrated with this. Everyone, are we clear? My request यार, बहुत sincere request कर रहा हूँ. If you are serious about this examination, you need to at least read the proper language. इस language को read करिए. इतना आया नहीं आया तो भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं. I have no issues if you are not getting all the language fragments, but it should start, the process should start. An optional teacher has to break the old patterns of language writing. अगर ये नहीं करता optional teacher, then how will we get that? सौरभ सिंह समझ आ रहा है लेकिन थोड़ा इशू हो रहा है. तो सौरभ बताइए क्या इशू हो रहा है? मैं तो कह रहा हूँ 2 चीजें हो रही. एक तो रीडिंग नहीं हो रही है. And why only reading for understanding? This is not rocket science. So reading में we must be looking at the language and the concepts. दूसरा क्या नहीं हो रहा है? रिकॉल नहीं हो रहा है. ये मुझे लगता है सौरभ. बाकी आप बताइए. आई एम विलिंग टू लुक इनटू दैट आल्सो. तो सौरभ रिकॉल नहीं होना. आई एम नॉट अलाउड. एवरीवन, स्कूल वर्सेस कॉलेज, कहां की रिकॉल ज्यादा है? विच वन हैज अ हायर रिकॉल, स्कूल और कॉलेज? School has a higher recall. How much time did you spend in the school? 12 plus years. How much time did you spend in the college? 3 plus years. Not only that, first the time is a variable. Second is your concentration. Whole family was after you. Yes or no? More concentration. Here, less concentration, more distracted. True or not? So you know what are the impediments of recall. Number one is it requires time and repetition. Number two is attention. ये दोनों नहीं है. Time and repetition. Am I in a hurry? No, I am not in a hurry. But I have seen some people who have collected some wrong, कुछ भी जाकर जबरदस्ती बीच में डाल देते हो, मत करो. Don't do that. Humbly keep learning them. So I want this to happen, so it will take time. I know 3 months में कोई ऐसा नहीं मैजिक होने वाला. 3 months में यार, only 3 months में newer information is coming to you. So अभी रिकॉल नहीं है तो I am okay waiting for that. But that doesn't mean that we will wait for 2 years, क्योंकि ये भी तो erase हो जाएगा. True or not? So I'm saying as long as you are in the course, उस दिन का homework करते हो, उसी time पढ़ लो ना. I'm not asking you to keep on revising. I know you have to do GS also, but that day actively participate in the homework, revise it. That will help us. And then what? When you are reading it, do not be distracted. अरे एग्जाम में क्या होगा, मुझे याद रहेगा नहीं याद रहेगा. For the joy of it, read it first. So don't worry on that. Is everyone with me on that? Are we clear? Any questions? First topic of RDP, economic geography, was stopped in between. Why was it stopped? Because we have an overlap between economic geography and regional development. That overlap I will show you tomorrow. Clear? So thank you. And we wrote an answer today. Did we find the problem? So answer was not to show that you don't know. Answer was to tell you what is the challenge that lies ahead of us. अभी तो आप सोच रहे हो सर थोड़ा points recall नहीं होते. Is it only about recall? And when somebody asks me, sir, are the notes enough? I'm saying notes are so much that you won't be able to do this much. True or not? अभी तो आप कोशिश कर रहे हैं ना. You are trying to do this. Isn't this itself a lot? So when somebody comes to me, sir, are the notes enough? So I know that person hasn't actually seen the notes. अरे भाई notes बहुत है. The bigger issue is that what do we need? The bigger issue is we need to understand them, consolidate and use them. तो आज का होमवर्क क्या है? जो आपने आंसर लिखा उसको एक बार सोचिएगा. एक कोशिश किया ना हमने, ट्राई करेंगे. Now you have something of a framework also. Take your time. अच्छा, 3 hours इसको देना, is it a good thing or a crime? It's an absolute crime. You have the content, you have the idea. कितनी देर लोगे? Maximum 12 minutes. If you write slow, 15 minutes. And what you can do is 15 minutes of preparation to write the answer. अभी कर सकते हैं? Can you revise everything? Can you think of the map? Can you have a look at that? And then give yourself 15 minutes. So maximum allowed. जैसे पूर्वी ने last time कहा था मैं बहुत time लेती हूँ. पूर्वी, this is the maximum time allowed. 15 minutes to read this also, look at this slide and whatever you want to. And writing, once you sit for writing to ending should not take more than 15 minutes. If it is taking more than 15 minutes, no problem. Next answer, we will try and improve our speed. Do we get that? So thank you. Take care. Have a great day. And people who are attending the evening class, I will see you in the evening. Bye-bye.